Let's talk about the process of Marshall, because the process is really for people who want to get better and who take it serious.
Yes.
And often people are afraid of the time investment. Can you talk a little bit about the time investment in coaching and the return on investment?
Well, the return on investment on coaching is enormous, and the time commitment is minimal. So the way it essentially works is certainly at the beginning, Marshall interviews a selection of people who work for you, your team, your board members. Maybe 30-minute interviews, ask them a question about, what is this leader doing well, any things that he needs to get better at, any suggestions you have for him. Then, Marshall does all of the gathering of the data and then writes 2 documents, everything that you're doing well, and he sends this document first and tells you, take the time to accept this, and then sends a second document later with the observations that people have. And one of the things that's very positive that Marshall does is says, Hubert, you have a choice. You don't need to do anything with this. It's really your decision. And maybe what you can do is decide, which 1, 2, or 3 things you want to get better at. And then there's something very powerful that, again, doesn't take time. Is you sit down with your team. This is, at the beginning, very painful. It was very painful for me. It was really hard. And so thank them for all of the feedback and say, all right, these are 3 things I want to work on, number 1, number 2, number 3, and ask for help. It takes a lot of humility, but the fact that you have this, you've committed to the coaching process, you're going to have to do it. So the discipline of the process is very helpful. And then you follow up a few months later, remind the team, these were 3 things I was going to work on. How am I doing? Any new feedback? So the time commitment is really minimal, and the return is enormous. I've become such a better leader and a happier person too. I think it's essential that as leaders we invest in becoming better, because again, you owe it to yourself, but also your team. They deserve to have a better leader than what you currently are.